Okay, hello everyone. We are live. I'm here with my amazing business partner, Debbie Calladine, and we're just jumping off of one of our mindset training calls. And we thought we'd get on here for those of you in the group. You're here for a reason, and we wanted to share some of these ideas with you to help you move the needle in the direction of your goals. So we're going to share a few slides. We're going to go through a few core ideas, and we're going to give you some homework because this material works if we apply it. Okay, Debbie, back to you.
All right. Yes, we don't just want to talk about these ideas. And we talk about ideas, material. We're talking about like the things that we study within our mastermind group, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. If you don't have that book, definitely get it. And then we've been studying this book by Price Pritchett, U Squared. There we go. There we go.
Yep.
So we've been studying this book, and but we like to apply these ideas. Okay, that's how the results happen. Can't just think about things. We got to apply it and implement them into our life. So love this quote. Arash Vasugi studied this quote for 2 years. Okay, he was one of Bob Proctor's top consultants. I think he was Bob Proctor's top consultant, and so it's a great quote by, I don't know who it's by. Is it by
And Blanchard.
Yes, Ken Blanchard. So there's a difference between interest and commitment. When you're interested in something, you do it only when it's convenient. Okay, so when you're committed to something, you accept no excuses, only results. So when you have a goal that you're pursuing, now are you fully committed to it, or are you just kind of like playing it small? You're like, oh, I'll do it when it's convenient. Oh, I need to reach out to those people, but I don't really feel like it today. No. Are you willing to do the growth the goal requires? And that is a level of commitment. So no excuses, only results. We can't have both. We can have results or we can have excuses. We can't have both. So what are you pursuing today?
So powerful. And the idea is like, are you all in? Like,
Yeah.
I like the word. One of my words that I adopted into my thinking system when I started on this journey of multiple goal achievement is like, regardless. Are you going to do it regardless of your mood, regardless of the day, regardless if that person doesn't answer? Like, are you going to achieve your goal regardless?
Yeah.
Or are you going to achieve it only if everything lines up and it's easy?
Yeah.
And I went to a live seminar, and the guy asked a gentleman in the audience, he said, he asked him how much he was bought into his goal, and the guy said 90%. And he said, if you're 90% in, you're all out. Meaning there's no room for that 10% of like, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't, because then there's like an escape hatch where you can just say, oh, not today, or maybe tomorrow. So committed is 100% in on achieving your goals. It doesn't mean you know how to do it. It doesn't mean you have all the resources at this point. It just means you are all in and you are moving in that direction.
Yeah. So it's a very powerful quote. So if you're watching this video, share with us, get honest with yourself. And are you interested in your goal, or are you fully committed? And would your results show that you're committed?
Yeah, and your behavior, that's how you know if you're
Right, your
committed, if your
behavior.
action steps are you're getting outside the comfort zone, you're showing up for yourself and for your goal. And as Debbie said, the growth the goal requires of you. Like, your goal will demand change. I think that's one thing that people don't always realize. Like, I want to achieve a goal or a new standard, but it requires you to change. But the more you embrace the change, that's why our mastermind is called Growth and Evolvement Mastermind. The more you embrace that growth, the more beautiful the outside becomes, the more expansive.
Yeah.
So
And growing is uncomfortable. So here we go. Megan, I'll pass it back to you.
yeah. Well, this is a chapter from the book that we're studying at U Squared. And U Squared is basically you multiply yourself by yourself. Okay. So it's like a multiplication. It's not like I'll get a little bit better, I might ring one more person. It's like, no, what are some bold moves that you can take?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Debbie, first slide there.
All right. Some bold action steps. Okay. This is the key to identity elevation. So we want to elevate our identity. That's what we're changing on the inside. Okay. We're changing our paradigm. If we don't change the self-image, the identity of who we are, nothing on the outside is going to change. So we need to change our identity. So there's great parts of our identity. There's beautiful parts of our paradigm, great habits and great beliefs that we have, but there's ones that are also not serving us. So what are the habits and beliefs not serving you? So we need to replace those with better habits and better beliefs, ones that are going to produce the goal. So you must get outside your comfort zone. Your goal is outside your comfort zone. So if you're earning let's use a financial goal. Now everybody has different goals. It could be a fitness goal. It could be like a financial, it could be amount of clients that you want to serve, but whatever that is, it's outside your comfort zone. You don't know how to get it. So again, like Megan said earlier, don't worry about the how, but if you are on your goal and you're thinking about it and you're willing to put yourself out of your, like you're willing to get out of your comfort zone, this is where the growth is. So it's like, what do you need to do? Do you need to call that person? Megan and I just ordered a bunch of flyers. Now that's really out of my comfort zone to go hand out flyers to businesses, but they're really cool flyers and people need to know what we're doing. There's people on social media, but hey, when's the last time you got a flyer hand delivered to you? This is what we do. We do keynotes. We do one-on-one personalized coaching. We have masterminds. We're hosting an in-person event. Like, what do you want? Whatever you want, we can do it. So it's like, that's a kind of a bold, it's not as bold of an action step for Megan, because when she lived in Ireland, she used to do this. But Megan, you said something earlier. You said it was out of your comfort zone in the beginning.
Yeah, and the key is it's bold for you. Like one of my bold action steps that I'm doing this week wouldn't be for Debbie because she already does that. So it's like kind of person specific. And when I first handed out flyers, I used to live in rural Ireland. So you can imagine handing out mindset flyers in rural Ireland, and it really shows you like you're faced with everything: fear of criticism, fear of whatever people think, fear of rejection, etc. And you just do it, and it's so liberating. It's like, this is what I'm doing. Is this something you're open to? Here's a flyer. So originally it was a bold action step. Now I wouldn't consider it a bold action step because I've done it a good few times. I handed out some flyers today. So it was bold in the beginning. And that's why we always have to push ourselves from our current level of comfort. So I had to think like, what will be next? And Debbie's doing the same, like, what will be a bold action step this week?
It's a great question to ask yourself every day. What's a bold action step I can take today? How can I get uncomfortable? So
Absolutely. So the getting uncomfortable, quantum leaps jerk you outside your comfort zone. Okay. So they're designed to bring you outside the comfort zone. But what happens to people is when they feel uncomfortable, it's so tempting to retreat. It's like, oh gosh, that flyer and that person said this. And, we handed out some flyers. And actually one day I went out with a friend, and most people are like, oh yeah, wonderful, etc. Or some people are very curious and very interested. And one woman was like, I don't need any help with my mindset. And I was like, no problem. Win, lose, or draw. You're looking for right matches. We have a service to help people train their thinking, and there's people hitting personal best, achieving crazy goals that they didn't even have set at the beginning of the goal achievement, and now they're achieving those new results. So you're just looking for alignment and right matches. But handing out flyers, just as an example, it's just you're showing the universe you're serious about what you do. You're so serious about it that it's beyond what people think or don't think. It's like you are just opening the doors for people to find you. And when people find you, no more than whenever you found a good service, a product or service, it enhanced your life. That's what you're doing for other people if you have a product or service.
Absolutely. It's our duty. If you have a product or service that can help other people, it is your duty to get it in as many hands as possible. It really is. And if you don't believe in what you're doing, then do something else. But get out of your own damn way. At the end of the day, get out of your own way. So prepare yourself for a pretty wild ride. You're going to cover some unfamiliar terrain and encounter obstacles you've never faced before. Are you prepared for those obstacles? Because there is going to be trials, tribulations, there's going to be things, but it's like, nope, back to the goal. This is the power of your mindset. This is the power of like refocusing and recommitting every single day. Some days you're going to have a great day. Like, I'm a high vibe today. I'm having a great day, but tomorrow might be different. But it's like, this is where the mindset comes in, and having somebody to hold you accountable, having that mentor in your corner to help you and get you out of that rut when you're feeling like in a certain way. It happens to the best of us. So
absolutely. And every day is day one with the mindset. Okay. And that's why we host regular calls for people to just reset, refocus every day, every week, like constantly keeping the mind focused on the task at hand and the goal at hand, because everyone's up against the daily trivia. Okay. And then you're up against your paradigm, the new actions, and you start to feel like, gosh, is the situation spinning out of control, or am I actually achieving my goals? So that's why having a mentor and working with people who can give you clear direction as you navigate the growth outside the comfort zone.
absolutely. I'll let you do this one, Megan.
Yeah, so it can feel like the safety chain linking you with behavior patterns that worked in the past is being stretched to the limit. Our clients see this all the time. They're like, wow, like this feels unusual. At times, you may wonder if the situation is about to spin out of control. Okay. And the normal reaction is to want to hold on tightly. So people get very attached. They try to hold on to the behaviors that they know. But if you want to achieve new goals, you're going to have to learn to let go. U squared is achieved through release. Okay, so it's not staying with the same behaviors. Your current behaviors produce your current results. If you want different results, we need different behaviors, and it does feel a bit different. I heard someone describe it. It's like if you get a new pair of slippers, you put them on, they don't kind of feel the same as the old ones. They're not as comfortable. It's all a bit different. And then over time, that's normal. So you have to let go of the old patterns, embrace the new. And then over time, like what Debbie was saying, like initially handing out flyers, I just thought that was such a crazy idea. And now it's just like, that's just part of our process, marketing, like that's just part of the process. So turn loose if you want to jump. Okay.
And letting go. So yeah, here we go. Here's a question for all of you. We'll end it on this. Okay.
Yeah.
So what 2 things do you need to release from your world for a quantum leap? So really reflecting on that question, whether that's a situation you need to release from your consciousness, whether that's a job, maybe you're working a side hustle and you love that side hustle, you need to let go of that job, or a relationship, a friend in your life, a belief, a habit, what do you need to let go of to release from your life? No longer, it's like you're just letting go. It's no stress, just you're going to let go of it. Because like we said, quantum leaps are in releasing and letting go. Because same behavior, same results, same habits, same results. So what are you willing to let go of to achieve that next level?
And like we said, Debbie, like, don't be afraid to let go. Like there's better things ahead. Okay. And we hold on to the past because we're familiar with it, not because it's good. You'll see it's with relationships, with people, with ideas, old jobs that you've outgrown, but we're very attached to it. So just have some courage, step into a bit of bravery and release something. Start today, release some old clothes, like let it go. Start the process of letting go. And then you'll create a space for the new. Okay.
Yeah.
Neville Goddard has a chapter. It's called Preparing Your Place. You want to clear some space for some new energy, new people, new ideas, new opportunities. And the key is in the release, in the letting go. So take some brave action, let go of some things that you no longer need. Everybody here, I guarantee you, 2 won't be enough. I'm sure people here could populate 10.
A minimum of 2.
Start with 2. They're just the next 2. And if you do this exercise weekly, you'll just find an energy shift in your home, in your office, whatever it is. So
yeah, and it could even be clutter. Maybe there's clutter, and like you said, the closet, getting rid of clothes, just papers, books, just get rid of stuff. Like order is heaven's first law. So just like let go to move forward, and then the faith comes in. You got to have a lot of faith to be like, hey, I'm letting go of that. Have faith that everything's going to work out. So have faith that you'll be supported through every phase of your growth. Absolutely. So keep on keeping on.
Love it. Happy Thursday, everybody. And don't just listen to this video. Like, do that exercise, write those 2 things down, and you keep that page until it's done. And then you let go of the page. Okay. So pick the 2. This is just the next 2 things you're going to release. And it's so liberating. Okay. Happy Thursday, everyone. Have a nice Easter weekend ahead. And actually, Debbie, do you want to let everyone know about our virtual coffee next Friday?
Oh, yeah. Next Friday, April 25th from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern. So that's 12 to 1 in my city, in Saskatoon, for any of you here in the group in my city. We're going to be doing a virtual coffee and networking. So we're going to have a lot of people there. It's free to attend. We'll drop the link in the comments. I'd love to see you there. Okay. So happy Easter. Enjoy your weekend and talk to you very soon.